Fire in the eyes, ready to dive. March into the dark, feel the rage inside. Enemies all around, battle on the ground. Waves of fury rise, in this war we're bound. Held up the stand, fight till the end. Together we blend, held never stand. Enemies all around, battle on the ground. Waves of fury rise, in this war we're bound. Held never stand, fight till the end. Together we blend, held never stand. Shadows drawing near, no place of fear. Steel in our hands, only forward we steer. Living like a storm, this is our norm. Against a monster fight, we stay true to form.
Good morning, Remembrance. Today's intro was Helllifers Stand by Tragustus, imploring the valiant defenders of humanity to fight a little harder, resist just a little more, and never yield to the alien scum trying to destroy our planet. The top story today is a little bit of an emergency situation. Gunvald committed kind of a whoopsie-daisy. I have been consumed with work on the front lines and did not have time to check his new broadcasts, or else I would have warned him not to do what he had in mind. Recently, Gunvald military forces managed to capture an Illuminate overseer of the ground-based variety. This is a very bad move, because all they did was just kidnap another undead thrall. It's their puppet masters that you gotta worry about. Now, I ran through this little experiment myself some months ago, and felt the consequences of it almost immediately. And that was back when we had the luxury of a southern frontier instead of a southern hemisphere that is currently on fire. Overseers are like middle management for a grocery store. They act like they have greater sentience, but it's all just a facade. Rip the mask away, and you'll find the same mindless, drooling moron of a zombie. Same as a voteless. The problem comes in is that counselors and illusionists can see through the eyes of any overseer that they focus on. That little thing that they do where they point at you when they see you, that's not a duelist salute. That's their upper crust controlling them and using their body to instruct all the voteless around you to, quote, kill that one. And Gunvald was keeping this overseer within Administrative Center 02, where an illusionist could project their thoughts through its brain like a relay node. Not only could it hear every thought around it, but that illusionist could use it to conduct psionic attacks on anyone within a 500-meter radius, possibly more. You see, dear listeners, I don't have to worry about publicly announcing our battle plans on my show because I bundle a psionic signal in with my words. This inoculates my listeners against the Despair Matrix, a psychological weapon designed by the Illuminate to dampen humanity's spirits and encourage them to give up and give in. But it also includes a tiny psychic seed that if an Illuminate tried to listen in to my reports or pry open someone's mind who had, they get a little mind-blowing surprise. Gunvald, in their attempt to obtain more information for us, just handed our enemy everything that he wanted. Access codes, defensive deployments, troop composition, liberation fleet priorities. He might as well have gift-wrapped the entire planet for the squids. But how could he have known? Unless you're a psychic yourself, most people don't think about things like this. The results of this are catastrophic. The Illuminate wasted no time whatsoever in unraveling our defense. Equality on CAC-02 and Remembrance are taking drastic losses, and we are losing ground on every front. Remembrance will likely be nothing more than a memory instead of a few hours, with AC2 not far behind. People are in an outright panic, and in that state of mind, they are leaving themselves wide open to further psionic attack. I have been trying to shelter everyone, but it is incredibly draining. I've been meaning to keep this to myself. I thought we'd have this whole situation rectified well before now, but I don't have a lot of psionic power left. Once the Liberation Fleet reroutes, we might be able to hold equality on sea, and already my Seraphim and the Spartan Corps are working to fortify what remains of the megacity. We've got our work cut out for us, and make no mistake, the squids are coming. We are in for one wild night. Probably another sleepless one for me, too. According to my Doom Tracker, we can see why the Illuminate are getting more desperate and more aggressive. They have been bled massively by the defense of our home world and are down to 40% of their reserves. At our current rate of depletion, if they can't take us inside of 5 days, they aren't going to. And if we can net another 10% from the major order, shaving 4 million HP from the Grey Host fleet, that number drops to 4 days. With 2 days, 17 hours left on the clock for this major order, if we can pull this off, it might strike the killing blow. A major order that we are well on track to finish with time to spare, that I might add. This is when our foe is most dangerous. Noct Alia isn't the type to readily admit defeat. I fully expect him to unleash all of his fury on Equality on Sea to crush any hope of resistance there, and then hit York Supreme, Port Mercy, and then finally Prosperity City, and finish his work of erasing our species from existence. At the very least, he's going to give it the good old college try. That's been Liberty's Latest with me, ponderatheradioangel. Please don't give up hope, Helldivers. We are the symbols of democracy. Every bullet fired into the heart of an enemy, a promise kept. Every cape blowing in the wind, a sheltering veil to protect the innocent. We've got to show the people that they can rely on us. Anyone can be strong, calm, and rational when times are good. But when things are as bad as they are, that's when strength and calm is needed most. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.